Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Majora's Mask. Alright, we're here on the moon, we finished up all the mini dungeons, we're ready to talk to the kid wearing the mask here. Everyone has gone away, haven't they? Will you play with me? Sure, why not, kid? You don't have any masks left, do you? Well, let's do something else. Let's play good guys against bad guys. Yes, let's play that. Alright, and he's going to give us the Fierce Deity's mask. Could this mask's dark powers be as bad as Majora? I doubt it. Try it on with C. So, yep, since we've given away all of our masks and, completed all that stuff, he's going to give us the Fierce Deity's mask here, which is going to be our final mask. Are you ready? You're the bad guy, and when you're bad, you just run. That's fine, right? Well, shall we play? Alright, so here we are. This is the final arena. We get a nice little chance to look around here, which I really like, and check out that effect, man. It's... whoa! Alright. So yeah, this is a pretty neat little place. It's got the, sort of music that plays whenever it's the final night, and the moon's about to crash on Clocktown, which is pretty cool, so... Alright, I guess since we're here, I can go ahead and show you what the Fierce Deity's mask looks like. We don't necessarily have to use it right now, but as you can see, basically what it does is transform you into this little magic form of Link here. He's pretty awesome. It moves rather slow right now, but basically if you attack something like that, as you can see, if you're Z-targeted, you can sort of shoot out a little bolt of something there, and that's Fierce Deity's main thing. He also has a ton of attack power, and basically if you use this mask, you've already won the game. Now, what I'm going to do is actually take the mask off for right now. That looks rather weird, but I'm going to take it off, and we're going to fight Majora's Mask without it first. I will probably come back and do a bonus episode fighting him with the Fierce Deity's mask, just to show you how overpowered it really is, but for right now, let's just step forward as Kid Link and see what we've got. Yep, so our 4 remains mask have been bolted to the wall here. Majora's Mask comes out, and we're fighting it. Remember your battles. When something resistant would deflect your weapons, what was its backside usually like? Yeah, unlike Navi, Tattle is actually helpful in the final battle, instead of just saying, I don't know what his weak point is. So, yeah, what we're going to do here is we're pretty much going to use arrows almost exclusively throughout this fight. That's just kind of the best way to do it, really. As you can see, its backside is rather soft, so we're going to have to try to find an opening to shoot it. It can be kind of hard to do because it moves a lot, but that's not a bad chance. Now, once you stun it, you can move in and get some good attacks in here. And as you can see, once you hit them, the masks are going to come out from the wall, and they're pretty much all going to attack us on their own now, which is rather annoying. These guys can actually almost be more damaging than Majora's Mask itself. So, yeah, as you can see, they're going to shoot those little beams at you. So, really, the way to do this is to just keep moving. There you can see you can actually reflect the little beam that Majora shoots out back at it, but it doesn't really stay stunned for very long, and it's kind of hard to get any more attacks in after that. So, that's just kind of a free way to damage it, I suppose. Let's get back a little bit here. There we go. Yeah, you kind of have to be far away from it in order to angle it. You could, of course, also angle it yourself using manual blocking, but I don't like losing my target on Majora's Mask because that happens. Alright, so yeah, let's just continue blocking that and try to get a lock back on him. Okay, there we go. Other than that, you pretty much just want to keep moving so you can avoid the shots from all the rest of the mask. I'm not going to get to hit him there, which is fine. He's doing that beam attack an awful lot, it seems. He doesn't usually seem to do it that much, but whatever. Alright, let's try to find an opening here. Oh, come on, I totally hit him in the back. Whew, that was kind of close. Alright, now let's hit him with this one again. There we go. I was in a perfect spot to do it that time. Okay, now you can't shoot him from down there. Alright, that's fine. Alright, do something that'll let me actually hit you with my sword. Okay, well, I guess that works too then. I have to get really close to that one for some reason. Okay, well, it didn't work. That's fine. Alright, dude, come on. Alright, it looks like this is the attack where he's going to sort of spin around the room a lot. You pretty much just want to keep your shield up here, and he can't really do too much to you. It's also pretty easy to avoid if you don't feel like using the shield for whatever reason, but... Alright, good, we got him. Let's run in and attack real quick. Oh, come on, get him. Okay, well that'll work anyway then. Alright, so he's got a second form apparently. This is Majora's incarnation, and it's a rather interesting form. You can tell by the music and his... Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. When you fought things that ran around, didn't you battle them using your own body? That's... I don't know. That's kind of a weird hint. Like, it wants you to use Goron Link or something for this, but I don't necessarily agree. I still think arrows are kind of the best way to go. It's at this point that I like to try to take out the remains masks, because I think if you do it before, they just sort of lay down, but then eventually get back up. So, you know, there wouldn't be much point in doing it. But at this point, if you defeat them, it will actually defeat them for good. So just keep shooting them with arrows. Make sure not to waste too much, though, because as you can tell, we're going to use arrows a lot. Ooh, I actually also hit him. So let's... oh, nope. Never mind. He got back up. All right, is that all the remains masks? Okay, yeah, he also does that sometimes. Blocking is good there. I guess that's all the remains masks. I don't see any more, so... I thought it was only 3, but that's fine. Yeah, now he's doing that little Russian dance the Gibdos were doing earlier, so... Yeah, this is a rather interesting fight. It kind of reminds me of the Zant fight in Twilight Princess. You know, he just starts going crazy on you and all that. There we go. Alright, so now once you do this, you can pretty much just keep doing spin attacks, and if you do that enough, you'll usually be able to keep him in place. Well, that's a pretty good chance to hit him, and I missed it, of course. There we go. Yeah, you can also sometimes trip him up with that. That usually works pretty well. Okay, and there's yet another form, Majora's Wrath. Think about battles and weapons. When you had the chance before an enemy was about to attack, didn't you usually try shooting it? So yeah, that's pretty much an obvious hint to use the arrows here. You will really not be able to get close to this guy at all. He's going to smack you around with these whips a lot. It's a good idea to just keep using the shield pretty much all the time. As you can see, if you try to get close to him and attack with the sword, it really doesn't work. So as Tattle said, we're going to have to try shooting it a bit here. He's going crazy with those attacks. It's pretty cool if you ask me. Yeah, there you go. So you want to pretty much hit him right before he's about to attack you. Then you can get in close and get as many hits in as possible. Just make sure you get the lock on him right afterwards. Obviously, he's just trying to taunt you to attack there. It's a good idea not to bother. Whew, that was kind of close. There we go. Now let's try to get in close again. I was a little far away. All right, that was pretty good. Ah, he's awake. You guys, you hadn't forgotten about me? You still thought of me as a friend? Did you save me? I thought they didn't want to be friends with me. But they hadn't forgotten about me. Friends are a nice thing to have. Could you be my friend too? You have the same smell as the fairy kid who taught me that song in the woods. I know. Let's do something. Oh, so the evil has left the mask after all. Well now, I finally have it back. Since I am in the midst of my travels, I must bid you farewell. Shouldn't you be returning home as well? Whenever there is a meeting, a parting is sure to follow. However, that parting need not last forever. Whether a parting be forever or merely for a short time, that is up to you. With that, please excuse me. But, my, you sure have managed to make quite a number of people happy. The masks you have are filled with happiness. This is truly a good happiness. Well, both of us have gotten what we were after, so this is where you and I part ways, isn't it? You know, it was kind of fun. Well, it's almost time for the carnival to begin. So why don't you just leave and go about your business? The rest of us have a carnival to go to. Link! Thank you. And the credits roll. Yep, that's it. That is the end of Majora's Mask. Awesome. So, we managed to stop the mask once and for all. We freed the Skull Kid from its grip, and we have now awoken to dawn of a new day. I always thought that was awesome, huh? So, yep, there we go. This is the end of the game. So, that's pretty cool. I guess, since I didn't really get the chance to, we could talk about it now. The final boss. So, what do you guys think of Majora's Mask? Personally, I think as a final boss, it actually works pretty well. I mean, if you were to use like the Fierce Deity's Mask, then, you know, yeah, it'd be way too easy and all that, but as it was, I mean, I think it's actually fairly action-packed, you know? I mean, it's fun, so that's really all you can ask for. It's not necessarily difficult, because the shield pretty much stops everything it does, but it's still, I enjoy it. I always thought it was good. There are probably a lot of people out there who think it's kind of disappointing because it's really not that hard, but I don't know. I like it anyway. It's just my personal opinion on it. But so, yeah, it looks like we saved Termina and pretty much, prevented the end of the world. So I guess that's always a good thing. And now, as is pretty much the standard with our credit sequences, we're going to be taken back to see a lot of the scenes that we pick up. I love this music too. I think this is like awesome credit music. It's kind of a play off that little song that we played when we were Zora Link, with Japos and the rest of the band. Japos is the only band member I remember. Well, Evan, I think, was the pianist's name. But yeah, it's kind of an extended version of that, which is pretty cool. So I like it anyway. It's sort of a lounge feel to it, but it's pretty neat. So. Yep, here's a look back at all the people we met along our adventures, the Deku King and the Monkey and the Princess. So. Pretty cool. It almost looks like the Deku King's kind of moving to the beat a little bit there. He's kind of shuffling back and forth, dancing for us, but I think he is actually just a little bit slower. Yep, and there's the postman. Since he gave us his postman's hat, he's now pretty much running through. Oh yeah, that's also another thing about the ending. Pretty much all of the scenes here reflect what we did. Even though, we reset time for a lot of it, as you can see, the girls here are doing the Camaro Mask dance. So it kind of works out that we've really just helped everybody, even if it wasn't in the same cycle, which, while not necessarily making the most sense in the world, is cool, I mean, it's a lot better than if everyone was still depressed about everything, So, yep, there's all the great fairies. Yep, they disappear. And then, of course, the girls at the ranch, and it looks like Romani's gotten a lot better with her bow and arrow skills. She didn't even have to shoot those last two. They just magically popped. And, of course, Cremy and Chewers are on there, so that's pretty awesome. Yep, and there's the bomb shop guy, and I think that's his mother, actually. Remember the old lady that we saved in order to get the blast mask? I'm pretty sure that's the relation there. It would make sense anyway. So, that's kind of cool. And then, of course, what was that guy's name? Grog? I'm wanting to say? Yeah, with all his grown cuckoos. Like I said, it just assumes that we did all the good stuff for the people, I don't think the ending is necessarily different if you didn't do all these, but I could be mistaken about that. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just, an ending cinematic. That's just how it is. And, I don't know, apparently Ingo is, working at the bar now. He's on the wrong side. He's on the employee side. That's where Talon was, but whatever. See, and now this is what I had pictured for the milk bar. I mean, look at this. It's filled up with people. Everyone's hanging out. The Song of Storms guy is playing his song for everyone, so that's pretty cool. Someone needs to get those chickens out of there, though. That can't be healthy. And then, of course, Stone Tower with Pamela and her dad out here, so that's pretty cool. Yep, see, there's Andrew and Cafe's wedding scene, so, yeah, even though we didn't, actually do all that stuff in this cycle, it still happens. And it looks like Cafe was all grown up there, too, so that's pretty good. And, of course, there's the Deku butler mourning over the loss of his son, so, I guess not everyone's happy, but... it's too bad that whenever you do this, the souls of the, the people whose masks you have, they don't, go, back into their bodies or whatever. That would be cool, but... oh well. Alright, so does this scene look familiar? No, we're not starting the game over. This is actually part of the ending, I promise. So Link rides off, I suppose, still in search of Navi, which is where this whole thing started out anyway. And as we go through the forest, check this out. That's pretty awesome. So, yep, looks like the Skull Kid has made a drawing of us. They're waving goodbye with the 4 giants in the background there. So, yep, with this scene, the end. That's it. That's the final screen of Majora's Mask. Phew, alright. You know, this was a fun one to do. I really, really do like Majora's Mask. I've said it, I think, in a couple other places before. I don't necessarily think I would say this is like my favorite, hands down. I would just, outright say that. It kind of goes between Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time for me. It just really kind of depends on the day, really. But either way, it is a really good game. I love the focus on the side quests and the whole 3-day thing. While being a little inconvenient at times, I think it's a really good concept that was implemented really well. So, everyone has a schedule and all that you have to work with and everything, so it's pretty neat. I guess it is more of an exercise in logistics than anything, but, well, I still like it anyway. But there you go, that's Majora's Mask. The only real things I've had in mind, there were a couple things. One, I missed a couple of scenes, actually, with that king in Iconic Canyon. Remember the ancient king battle or whatever that we fought? I mentioned there was a scene you could get with a mask. I missed that. I don't know if I'm going to go back and do that or not. But what I know for a fact I am going to go back and do is go back and fight Majora's Mask with Fierce Deity's Mask so you can see just how overpowered that is. So, thankfully, I pretty much have the save right there, so, it's not too hard to go back and do or anything. But as far as bonuses go, that's pretty much all that I had in mind to do. So, just sort of a heads up there for people, I suppose. But anyway, I think I'm just sort of dragging out the ending a little bit here, so I suppose that I should say goodbye for Majora's Mask, at least for the main part of the LP anyway. So, alright, I will see you guys next time with whatever it is that I decide to do. It is decided, and I will reveal it when the time comes. So, there's no real point in asking me or anything. You'll know when everybody else knows. But until then, or if you decide to watch some other LP of mine, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. It's been fun, as always. So until then, I will see you guys next time.